Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I just wanted to bring something quick to you that I found recently while using the Apple Weather app, which I think is really cool and something that I've yearned for a long time. So I just want something where I can like quickly look around the region, like is it raining somewhere? And yeah, you can ask Siri, you can say, hey, or any of the voice assistants for that matter, and what's the weather, blah blah blah, and they'll give you an answer. But that doesn't really give you like, is it raining, um, 10 miles away or something, or is it raining over in Wisconsin, or is it raining in Illinois? Is it coming our way, or I don't know, just little things like that I'd like to know as a sort of weather person, I guess. um, this what I'm going to show you is actually part of the weather app, and it reminds me a lot of like NOAA Weather Radio in a way. And what I like is that with zooming, you can sort of zoom in and make something bigger. So I am in Louisville, Kentucky currently. So if I touch the screen,
my location, Louisville, 69.
so you hear that. I'm just on the home screen of the weather app. So if I just touch in the middle of the screen here,
10-day forecast.
You're going to see the 10-day forecast. That's not that exciting. That's not what I'm here to show you. But what I wanted to do say is I'm going to find where I grew up. So I'm going to look for Angola, Indiana, and LaGrange, Indiana. And so we're going to kind of like go through this together just to show you how it's done and that it is possible. And I think it's really cool. So we're gonna get into it. So I'm gonna just touch down at the bottom here.
Tuesday, 70% chance of rain.
I'm gonna swipe right.
30, Friday, Sunday, Monday. Eric, wind map, weather map snapshot, 69 degrees.
So you heard it said weather map.
View weather map. Double tap and hold, then drag around to explore the map overlay sonically. Pause dragging over a point on the map for details.
So you heard it say weather map. So we're gonna go in here.
Weather map snapshot. Weather map loading. Weather map. Wind. WI. 64 degrees. Clear.
So we have a area now that's kind of big, I think. Like you can pretty much see Wisconsin through Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken.
Weather map. Wind. TN. 71 degrees. Dayton. 64 degrees. Mostly clear.
What I can do here is I can use my rotor and go to
points of interest. Zoom.
Points of interest.
Indianapolis, Columbus, Muncie, IL, in, 60, 58, Fort Wayne, Cleveland, Fort Wayne, 61 degrees, clear.
So we heard it say Fort Wayne, so I'm going to double tap on that. So, because what it's doing is basically it shows me like part of the United States, if you will. So like you're probably seeing the north, sort of Midwest slash north-ish, because I think you got Illinois, and Wisconsin and maybe Michigan on here.
Cleveland, Toledo,
and Ohio,
Chicago, Detroit, Chicago, Grand Rapids, MI, Green Bay, 6 MI,
so yeah.
Toledo,
so
59
degrees. In this order, if I swipe up, then I'm going north, and if I swipe down, I'm heading south. Typically is how this list here works. So that's one way to kind of remember as you're viewing this with counties and different things, as you get zoomed in more, that it's just easier to kind of it's easier to keep track if you remember that, because you can lose yourself very quickly. So
Cleveland, 5 Fort Wayne, 61 degrees, clear.
So each one tells me the temperature, and then it's clear, cloudy, rainy, whatever the storm conditions is. Heavy rain I've seen, tornado watch or tornado warning I've seen. So just different things like that. So if I double tap on Fort Wayne, nothing's really going to happen.
Fort Wayne,
but I like to do
degrees, that. Clear.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the zoom.
Zoom.
And we're going to zoom in.
Zoom apex. Places visible. Flint, Grand Rapids, Holland.
I'm actually swiping down. So that's still too far. I think I need to go to like 10x or something. So I'm going to swipe down again.
Zoom 9x. Places visible. Coldwater, Hillsdale, Sturgis.
We're getting more close to where I want to get to, but we're not quite there yet. So I'm going to go again.
Zoom 10x. Places visible. Eden, Hamilton, Wolcottville.
All right. So Wolcottville is actually my address of the city I live in. So I'm going to just touch the screen here and see what we got.
Montpelier, 60 headings. Zoom. Points of interest.
I'm going to go back over to points of interest. You can just explore the screen, but I just have found this to be a little bit easier.
Marion, 60, Van Buren, Bern,
so
62
as I
degrees,
mentioned,
windy.
we started pretty south here, so I need to keep going up north. I'm going to just keep swiping up.
LaFontaine, Warren, Bluffton, Monroe, Wilshire, Mark, Decatur, Andrews, Huntington, Ocean, Convoy, Sixth, Hoagland, Roanoke, Fort Wayne, Payne, Woodburn, Antwerp, Graville, Cherubusque, Huntertown, Hicksville, 6 St. Joe, 6 Avila, 15 Auburn, 15 Albion, 6 Butler, 15 Waterloo, 50 Kendallville, Rome City, Kendallville, 59 degrees, clear.
So that's a town about 6 miles from where I'm from.
Rome City, 59 degrees, Ashley, 50 Millersburg, Walcottville, 59 degrees, clear.
And there it is. And then I think LaGrange will even show up here.
Hamilton, Eden, 59 degrees,
no, it does
windy. Montpelier,
But
63 degrees, clear.
The really cool thing is that you can just do that. Now, if I double tap and hold for the sonogram.
Hartford City, 14 miles north-northeast. Hartford City, 15 miles north-northeast of Muncie, 63 degrees, clear.
So
Warren, 36 miles north-north. Warren, 36 miles north-northwest of Muncie, 63 degrees, clear.
There, you can tell that it's actually showing you different places around Muncie. So for some reason, I don't know how, Muncie is a favorite city of mine because I went to Ball State. But somehow I guess that's selected as a point of interest. I'm not quite sure. You would think that using point of interest and double tapping on something, you would then recenter yourself, and then as you move around, you would be, like so as I did Fort Wayne, or as I did Wolcottville just now, that it would move that pin. It does not, though. Like
zoom points of interest. Marion, Montpelier, Warren.
I'll double check myself. So we're gonna go up.
Andrews, Hunting, Osh, Hogue, Roanoke, Fort Payne, Woodburn, Antwerp, Graville, Cherub, Hunter, Hicksville, St. Avila, Auburn,
And
Albion,
we'll do
Butler, Waterloo, Kendallville, Rome City,
we'll do Kendallville.
Kendallville,
All right.
59 degrees, clear.
So now, if I double tap and hold.
Wawaka, 90 miles north of Muncie, 59
yeah,
degrees,
so
clear.
It's still keeping a hold of Muncie, which I don't particularly like. I wish they'd let you select something on this current map view that would actually be helpful for someone who's blind, who doesn't necessarily maybe understand the like distances. So I just think that would be a helpful thing for Apple to implement. But this is actually the best I've ever seen. Like, to be able to move around like this. Now, if I zoom, I want to just show you this real quick. So we zoomed in so you could see like it shrinking. So as we've kind of moved around, like in theory, what's happening on the screen, or in my mind, is that we're getting bigger in a sense to where you see less on the screen. So like you're getting down to seeing county by county, like Kendallville is showing up on the screen because I'm so zoomed in. Now, if I zoom back out,
transit points of interest, zoom.
By the way, transit has never worked.
Transit stops.
If I swipe up and down anywhere in the United States, it's like there's no transit, which is actually becoming more and more real. So Apple's just forecasting the future.
Points
of
All right. Zoom.
So if I zoom, I'm going to zoom back out.
Zoom 9x. Places with Angola, 58 degrees, windy.
So it said Angola. It cut itself out there, but I'm going to zoom up again. It doesn't say anything. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. So I think I'm at 8, but it doesn't actually tell you. So I'm going to zoom again. Zoom
7x. Places, Thunder Bay, 55 degrees, cloudy. Done.
Let me take my focus back up to done.
Heading, characters.
Oh, no.
Weather map, wind.
Yeah. So
Detroit, 59 degrees, cloudy. Heading, zoom.
So as we zoom out, we're going up like into Michigan. You can kind of see that as I touch the screen. So, or hear that. So I'm going to zoom up again. And again, we get no speech there. Awesome. It's like every other one doesn't actually tell you anything. And then sometimes like it gets cut off like by the cities or whatever. It doesn't read what it's supposed to. But, it's just things we have to work around as blind people, right? We're all used to that.
Zoom 5x. Places visible. Hudson Bay, Canada, MB. So
now you can hear that I'm actually up into Canada, which is really cool. So if I touch the screen.
Kansas City, 70 MN, 72 degrees. Weather map, wind. Unite, MO, 75 degrees, clear.
So now I'm going to do the double tap and hold on my screen.
Minneapolis, 662 miles west of Louisville, 79 degrees, partly cloudy. Sherrard, 279 miles west-northwest of Muncie, 71 degrees, clear. Pittsville, 394 miles northwest of Muncie, 65 degrees.
As you heard it there, it actually grabbed Louisville one time, which is where I currently am, and I thought it was gonna stay there, and then it locked back into Muncie. So I have no idea why or what the hell it grabs onto to keep Muncie as my thing there. I don't quite understand that because on my weather app I'm set to Louisville, and then from my current location it should be set to Louisville. So I'm very confused on how Muncie got selected. But that's okay. But as you can see here, you can zoom around the map and it's really cool. So um
MO, 70 points of interest. WV, Washington, Kansas City, United States, IL, PA, NE, Chicago, IA, Detroit, W, Toronto, MI, 50, Toronto, 52 degrees, cloudy.
so we have Toronto 52.
MI, SD, 77 degrees. WI, 60, Minneapolis,
Now,
70.
when it says the state names, I don't quite understand what that is referring to because it's like South Dakota is, you know, whatever it said. And my thing is like, well, I mean, South Dakota, I under, you know, there's different places in South Dakota. Like you're just giving me a general like temperature. I have no idea what it's doing. And maybe that's a sided thing with maps like that we just haven't had access to that like it just shows like a normal high for the state. I'm not quite following what it does there, but kind of interesting, I guess.
MN, 72 MT, 7 ND, set on, Winnipeg, 79 degrees, windy.
So there you can see windy in Winnipeg.
MB, 59 degrees, partly cloudy. Canada, 43 degrees, Hudson Bay, 32 degrees, mostly cloudy.
So I just thought I would kind of show you this brief overview of the weather map section of the weather app from Apple. And hopefully this continues to get better because like, I mean, I would just love to be able to drill into data that sighted people have had for years, like lightning strikes in a storm or something. You know, this has been information that they've had for many, many years that blind people, we just don't have access to. I've been fighting for some sort of accessible radar over the years of my job, and it, you know, just hasn't gone anywhere. It's a very complicated tool, but I just think it's well needed, and you know, I don't see why like blind people can't have access to map data and meteorology points of interest. So this is the best I've ever seen though, and I just thought I'd share. So hope you enjoy. Have a great day.